welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. Anthony Gould now to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
And we see Daniel Jones take the field, and a bit of a polarizing player, Mike, not necessarily just in New York, but throughout the league, and there's just so much potential. There is so much talent. You think back to him coming out of college. He's big, he's strong, he can run, he can make every throw. And remember, only a couple years ago, he took this Giants team not only to the playoffs, but got a big road victory against Minnesota. So he's shown he can do it. He needs to bounce back from last year's injury and put together more consistent performances than he has of late.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup there of 13. First down, Indianapolis.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 4. That's Pierce in motion. Working from the gun, it's Jones. Pass right side to Downs. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
A give, running right, it's Taylor. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Jones. He's going to tuck it and go. He's taken down just shy of the 10. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
First down throw there is incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
They'll toss this right side to Taylor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
He'll try and get there on the ground. One of his teammates there to take it back in. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Spencer Schrader now on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. Now it's Dobbins, and they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here, and now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Denver 1st down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
He'll get this complete to Trent Sherfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second down, they need 7. On the ground, here's Dobbins. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you could see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
3rd and long. Throwing. Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's trying to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. About a yard short. Now, what do you do on 4th and 1?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. Jones now on 1st down. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They fake the handoff. Now Jones. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Riley Moss from the secondary flies in to record the sack.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing now is Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jones. Moving left, he'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's 11 yards again. 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. One quarter in the books. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Colts with the football to start this 2nd quarter. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Now, Jones. They've got it 2nd down and 6 to begin. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback.
And he's in! Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Colts. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Schrader now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Colts extend their advantage to 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Jalen Carlisle is there on the stop.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a few inches. Now here's Burton, the fullback. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
Come on now, that's just unfair. You're asking them to stop a fullback cold. All he needed was a couple inches to pick up the first down. Mike, I think if they run that play 10 different times, he's moving the chains.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. First down, Broncos.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll go play action with Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6. So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Here's Jones. That's caught by the first-round pick, Tyler Ward.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Jones going to try and throw on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Nix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll give it to Dobbins.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Denver first down.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Back to throw is Nix. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Broncos.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Good hustle by the defense. He beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision, and that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Throwing is Nix. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Broncos are back within 5. So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Jones. Left side, that is caught by Warren. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big gainer for Indianapolis. 31 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Shotgun now for Jones. Forced out wide. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. 3rd and 6. To throw is Jones. That one complete to Pierce. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Taylor. He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle, then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down. On the ground for the first time. This is Khalil Herbert. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Taylor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to throw is Jones. He takes off, and they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
Taylor trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Spencer Schrader comes on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Colts going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And he's going to be out of bounds. 000 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. They send Sutton in motion. Up the middle they go. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Open man left side. He's got it. A gain there of 15. Good for a Denver 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
2nd down. Nix. That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Back to the ground after the penalty. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Second and 5. And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. On second down, it's Nix. Forced out wide. Now he'll run it.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will have a Broncos first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
There's a short one taken by Ingram. A powerful run just shy of the goal line, but he has picked up the first down. It is 1st and goal.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. It felt like they needed a touchdown. Greg, in the worst way, after getting those early field goals to find the end zone. Big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it. As you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6, it starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt, saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do, and we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. They'll run on first down with Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here's a 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jones. That one brought in by Warren. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down, they need 5. Here's Jones to throw. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has a decision to make.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. We'll go play action with Nix. Flush to his right. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Zaire Franklin that time there for the tackle. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's caught. Left side. It's complete.
Breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now it's Dobbins. Not much there. Maybe a yard. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Nix. He gets that complete to his tight end Ingram. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now a 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Downfield, got him, and he's got it. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. That's caught. It's Jaleel McLaughlin. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Broncos.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and They get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points. The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take them down for a loss.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Throw it. Nix. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down. Here's a run. And he'll take this one in. Jaleel McLaughlin. Touchdown, Denver. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kick by Lutz is good. The Broncos will up the lead to 5. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Colts offense ready to take over once more. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On play action, it's Jones. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here. The defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
Now a play fake. Jones. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
This is an area of Daniel Jones' game, Mike, that I think people often overlook. He is sneaky fast, and when he gets out into open space, very rarely can anybody catch him.
On play action, it's Jones. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now Jones throwing on second down. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Indianapolis. A run with Caleb. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Jones. He'll step up and run. Jones into the slide, protects himself, and picks up the first down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Taylor. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Good blocking, and he's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So here we go. Colts trying to get a little bit closer. They'll go for 2 now. They'll let their tight end run it. And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
It doesn't happen often in the NFL, Mike, but there is nothing better when the entire stadium, the opposing team, everybody knows what play is coming, and they still can't stop it. Man, what a feeling for an offense, and it's exactly the case here.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's a designed run. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. On the ground, McLaughlin. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Here's Nix to throw. He's got a man. That's complete. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down. On the bootleg, it's Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 6. Play action now. It's Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 33 yards.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
A run here. It's McLaughlin. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 2. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And he will take this one across into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Broncos have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, it's Doolin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw is Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Jones. He'll take a deep shot for Gallen. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Broncos offense about ready to take over once more. On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
2nd down. Nix. They'll set up the screen to McLaughlin. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Back to throw is Nix. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A pickup of 21 on that connection. Good for a Denver 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Troy Franklin, the intended target. It's 2nd down. They'll throw. It's Nix. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work has separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. On 1st and 10, here's Jones. Pass right side to Downs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Jones. The pass rush gets home and he goes down. Justin Sternad. He gets in to drop him. It's a loss of 8.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and the quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the snack.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. That one complete to Pierce. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. Gun, it's Jones. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. A run now with McLaughlin. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Gonna lose a yard. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second, as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target, no catch, and now fourth down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. On the return, it's Doolin. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Colts offense headed back to take over once more. This is 1st and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. So after the penalty, a break as they now have 1st and 5. Here's Jones. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Now Jones. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the 1st down and preserve that final timeout.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Short one, and it's caught by Warren.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
2nd down and 3. Jones operating out of the pistol. There's that man again. Another catch.
Not the biggest gain in the world, Mike, but what I really like from the quarterback is just the timing of the drop, the timing of the delivery, and hopefully this can jumpstart this offense in the right direction.
The game hanging in the balance and a critical third down. Taylor. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Working from the gun, it's Jones. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.